सुनील जी आप muted हैं I think for some reason. Uh, is anyone else can hear?
No, I can't hear.
No, I can't hear too.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh,
We can.
perfect.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Excellent. Can you see my screen too?
Yes, we do.
Yes. Jai Jinendra to everybody.
Jai Jinendra.
Thank you for joining. Florida JVB camp is very dear to me because my spiritual progress happened from JVB Orlando camps, actually. So I really want to thank JVB Orlando organizers. And I'm really happy to see all the kids here smiling and doing the yoga. So you're full of energy now, right? Is that right? Yes, I see Herschel nodding his head. I want to thank Samniji from Orlando for giving me this opportunity. Kritagyosmi Samniji, thank you to JVB Orlando. And usually I start my talk by reciting Navkar mantra. Okay, just want you to hear. I'm going to play here. Namo Arihantanam. I bow down to Arihantas. Namo Sittanam. I bow down to Sittas. Namo Ayariyanam. I bow down to Acharyas. Namo Uvacchayanam. I bow down to Upadhyas. Namo Loe Savvasahunam. I bow down to all sadhu and sadhvi. Perfect. Very good. So we started a good start with Navkar Mantra. All I'm requesting you all is just relax and listen to the story for the 7-8 slides. We'll do a little bit of find out what did we find from a story, and we move on to the next story. So this is for the time for you to just relax back and listen what is going on, and then learn something out of it. We are going to talk about Sati Shubadra and Sati Shiva. Let me tell you about the meaning of Sati. Sati means, virtuous woman, faithful, trusted woman. Here they are talking about a faithfulness to Jain religion. If you look other meanings of Sati, there are other meanings in the Google if you look at it. Here we are talking about based on Jainism. Okay. You might have heard about Sati word because there are 16 Satis, 16 perfect women from Lord Rishabdev all the way to Lord Mahavir. You might have heard about Brahmi, Sundari. They are all daughters of Bhagavan Rishabdev. Our famous Chandan Bala, you might have heard about the story several times. Chandan Bala story with Bhagavan Mahavir. Story of Rajimati along with Neminath. Bhagavan Neminath wants to get married and he goes to get married with Rajimati. And then he hears all the, animals crying because they are going to be slaughtered on the day. And he turns back and says, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take Diksha. And Rajimati also followed him and took Diksha. You heard about a few of them. I'm going to discuss Draupadi. You heard about in Mahabharata. Kaushalya, you heard about in Ramayana. And Sita, you heard about again in Ramayana, right? We're going to talk about Shubhadra and Shiva today. You also heard about Kunti in Mahabharata, right? So let's move on. There are 16 Sati. Let's look at a couple of them. Let's look at their story. Let's learn something out of it. Are you ready? Yes, Herschel, very good. I don't see other people in the pictures in the video here. Adil or somebody was asking a lot of questions in this thing. I hope we can ask some questions here too. So let's move. This is your famous picture. You all know this picture. This is Sati Sandanbala offering food to Bhagwan Mahavir, actually. So, whenever they offer a food, especially to Tirthankar, look what happens on the top portion of the picture. The heavenly gods pours gold and all this jewel, all this to Sati Chandan Bala, actually, She's very lucky to offer food to Bhagwan Mahavir. Let's learn about Sati Shubadra first, and then we'll talk about Sati Shiva. There was a king called Jitshatru. Under the king, there was a minister called Jinda. Jinda had a daughter who was very attractive and is called Shubadra. Subhadra and her parents followed strict Jain principles like you all do, right? She was doing prayers, samaik, studying scriptures of Bhagwan Mahavir, chanting Naukar mantra regularly, etc. Right? Her parents wanted her to get married to a man who belongs to the Jain family. A young man called Buddhadda wanted to marry beautiful Subhadra. However, he belongs to Buddhist tradition. He wanted to marry her, so he decided to change his faith temporarily by cheating her. That is called deceit. And he met with her parents and got married. Then Buddhadda returned along with his newly married wife, Subhadra, to his town. As soon as he went to his town, he became cunning and he stopped practicing Jainism because he was Buddhist. Subhadra, his wife, was shocked and hurt. She said, I thought he was a Jain, following Jain principles and all those things. What she did was, she said, I'm going to continue to follow Jain principles, doing prayers, Naukar mantra, etc. She was very strong and faced the situation boldly and courageously. However, she had a lot of problems in her family, in her husband's family. They criticized her, they gave her a lot of trouble. But Subhadra stayed humble and continued Jain principle. One day, Jain monk came to her house. As you're aware, monk doesn't cook food. They have to go for begging for food from others. So Sati Shubadra's house, monk reached to her house and asked for food. She was very happy to see the monk and she offered the food. Suddenly, while offering, she saw some tears coming from the monk's eyes. She said, why monk is crying? Then she realized there was a small straw stuck in the monk's eyes. And as you're aware, sometimes monk takes some vows and they don't take care of their body. And it was hurting monk's eyes. Subhadra could not tolerate this. She went near the monk and removed the straw. The problem started then. Her mother-in-law, who doesn't like her because she was following Jainism and all those things, started wrong allegation. She said, you should not have touched the monk. They all started doubting her character. Even her husband did that. Whole family did not behave properly with Subhadra. She tolerated calmly and practiced spirituality. Listen, folks, you guys are smart people. You guys are lucky. We are lucky. Do you know why? First, we are human being. We tend to get to hear Bhagwan Mahavir's information. So we are very lucky. All we have to do is put some of them or most of them in practice. That's what Sati Shubadra did. She tolerated all this criticism and practiced spirituality, reciting Naukar mantra, doing samaik, being good to your family. Even though they were bad to her, she was trying to be good to them. She was always honest to her husband and family. But the problem is the information went to all over the town and they started criticizing more. She felt bad. She said, I got to do something here. She said, I'm going to do fasting. until I get cleared of all false charges, all false allegations. She started fasting and chanting Naukar Maha Mantra, right? I'm sure you all chant Maha Mantra, is that right? Yes, very good. Even I tell my kids, chanting Maha Mantra, Naukar Maha Mantra is very important, and do it on a regular basis. It will help you. It will get rid of your problems. You'll become more smarter when you're in the class, when you're in the college, whenever you need, and get rid of karma. On the day 4 of fasting, something happened in a town. The town, in the olden days, there are big doors to get into the town or get out of the town. All the 4 doors got jammed and they could not open. Many tried and could not open the doors. That was a big problem. If you can't open the door, the food supply cannot come. People cannot go in and out of the town. There may be medical emergencies, actually. So they were all wanting to open the door, and there are a lot of confusion what to do. Then divine voice came. It said, there is one way to open the door. A chaste, truthful woman who follows good principles should go to a well. Well means there is a lot of water in that, and put a bucket inside and take out some water and sprinkle the water, and the door will open. Wow, we have an opportunity. But lots of women got scared. Excuse me. Why did they get scared? They thought if they fail, they will be labeled as untruthful. They don't want to get into trouble. Many women chose not to participate. Some tried and could not get water from the well. Subhadra had the news. She said, let me give an attempt. She asked permission from her mother-in-law, who was not treating her well. She said, no, why do you want to go there? You're going to cause more trouble to the family. You already did some by touching the monk. She asked again. She didn't get the permission, but she thought, mother-in-law is not saying no, so let me go. She went there. That's the picture. You see that? She went there, went near the well. A lot of people are watching her very closely to see what's going to happen. Is she able to go and get the water? Remember, a lot of women tried, couldn't even get the water from the well. But she's powerful. She was walking towards the well, and she was recited Naukar mantra in her mind. Remember, Naukar mantra always, every time, anytime you have free time, when you wake up, when you sleep, tell one time. It takes 10 seconds to do it. But you have to do it with your pure heart, that you are doing namaskar. When you say the words Namo Arihantanam, that is why I said, my son, to record this and say, I bow down to Arihantas. You have to have the feeling of bowing down. So she did that Naukar mantra, and she went to the water. She went to the well, took the water and sprinkled on 3 doors. She didn't do it on 4 doors. All 3 doors opened immediately. She left one door unopened because she wanted to give an opportunity to other women who want to prove that they're truthful. So that's a picture here. In the center, you can see the divine voice is coming. Thank you, Shreya, for owning the video. Join us. Thank you. So the divine voice came here, and she took the water and then she sprinkled. You can see her sprinkling. Pictures are not very good. And the doors were open. That's great. Whole town applauded her power and courage. Her mother-in-law, husband, and all family apologized to her. They all felt proud to have her as a family member. Subhadra was very happy. She followed the Jain principles very correctly. Finally, she decided to become the nun of Jainism and eventually attained liberation, moksha, in the same birth. Right? Now, Dharmendra Bhai, if you can unmute our participants, I just want to see what they can you tell me the moral? What did you learn? Anything positive? Let me see who can answer.
Can I
Unmute,
say?
please, and answer me. What do you learn
Can
from
I
this?
say something?
Please go ahead, Arshal. Go ahead, Arshal.
Okay, so I learned that even though somebody defeats you or they trick you, you should not forget your religion, or you should not forget of what you all learned. You should always stay strong with your religion and faith and should keep going on and never stop.
Very good, Arshil. I really liked it, what you said. Remember, as we grow, wherever we are, India, US, any country, you must stay focused in what we learned. Bhagwan Mahavir's principles are the one which is the right one, and we should continue to stay there. We see all other religions, we respect it, but we should not get deviate in anything else. Okay, you will come across people going to the church, temples, and all those things. That's okay. We let them do what they can do. We all have to live with the respect to each other. Anybody else want to share any other moral value you learned from this, Sati Shubadra? Anybody else want to unmute? I'll wait for another 5-10 seconds.
So I learned that always, like, like believe in what you think is true, because even though Subhadra, like, she was getting cheated by her husband and her family, she still continued to believe in the Jain religion, and after all, everything ended up being good.
Yes, Shreya, excellent answer. Faith, believe. That's the absolute important towards moksha. Actually, you have to believe in what we learn from Bhagwan Mahavir. The belief, faith is the absolute important. Samyak Gyan, Samyak Darshan is the faith, right? Absolutely, very good. Anybody else want to add anything else? Okay, so I'm going to go to the next slide. So this is our what is it called? A moral of the story. So one of the moral what we saw, remember when the monk came, Sati Shubadra immediately want to go and offer the food for monks. And we don't have monks here, we have Samnijis. So whenever you have an opportunity, I'm sure you all offered food to Samnijis. Is that right? You can just nod your head, right? Good, very good, excellent. Even if you don't have a monk or Samniji, if you're sitting on the dining table, right? We can imagine that they are there and offer food. You can say, if this is the right food, I want to offer to the monks and Samnijis if I can. Even doing an imagination, you get the same benefit as if you are offering real time. Okay, this is the picture here. We visit every year, our whole family, we do a spiritual trip. We don't go for holidays, all those things. Our holiday spiritual trip. Last year we couldn't go because of our friend COVID. Year before we went to Rajasthan. I took my family. This is Divesh. He's in junior right now, a troublemaker in our home. And I took him to, that's why I take him to the monks so that he gets blessing. That's what he was offering, some blueberries to the monks directly, actually, right? So that's really nice. This is a monk. I met them 25, 30 years ago in my town. And I did a lot of, learned a lot of from these monks, actually. So we go visit back to them and pray our respect.
What is their name?
Name, yes. Thank you, Harshal. I really like what you asked. The name is Sadhvi Rajimati. She also wrote several books. One of the book is called Gyan Kiran. And next to that, I don't remember the name of other Sadhviji.
Wait, Rajimati? Didn't you say that's one of the Satis?
Yes, yes. Remember some of the name, right? They use the name again. Sadhvi Rajimati was there during the time of Neminath Bhagwan, right? Neminath Bhagwan. Neminath, no, sir, not same person. Sorry, not same person. Other Sadhvi Rajimati who want to get married to the Tirthankar Bhagwan Neminath, but he didn't want to get married because he heard a lot of animals crying. You heard about the story, right? He goes to get married and animals saying, crying. So that opened the eyes. Remember, all our life, we have to fight for ahimsa, non-violence. See, I work in the local environment. I work with nurses in the hospital. I always tell them when I see a bug also, they know that, hey, Dr. Chand is coming. Let's not kill it because he doesn't like it killing. Like that, you must also develop this thing and teach your colleagues and stuff like that. In our life, we have to follow that principle, ahimsa, not walking on the grass, use less water, don't waste water when you're washing your hands or when you're brushing your teeth, etc. Let's move on to the next picture. That is me giving a good pose to the picture so that I look good. That's me in the center. These are all who, they are the monks or Samnijis. What do you think?
There's Samniji,
Samnijis, yes,
and
Samnijis.
I
This
know
is
their
a,
names.
you know the name?
Yeah,
Oh, they were there in Orlando and Houston.
they
They were there
were
a little bit
in.
at Houston too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're coming to you, Houston, I believe. Tell me their name.
Samniji Niti Pragyaji and Samniji Malai Pragyaji.
Harshil, I'm going to find out where you are. I'm going to call up JVB. I'm going to send you a gift, buddy. You're very smart. Excellent job, buddy. So this is a Samani Malay Pragyaji, Niti Pragyaji. This is the camp in Raleigh. We do it every year. We didn't do it last year because of COVID. And see the lot of food the people are offering to Samniji. Remember, my favorite food is there. It's called idli there. Next time when we do the live camp in the JVB Orlando, they also serve idlis. Actually, so come to the live one next year. I'm going to be there with my kids. All right, so remember, offering food to the monks, is very important actually, right? Even if you are not there, offer it in your imagination, sitting on the dining table. Tell your parents, let's take a second and offer the right food to the monks and this thing with your imagination, right? Let's hear more about the moral. Remember, Shreya said something, that man was cheating, trying to cheat her, Buddha, that man, he changed temporarily from Buddhism to Jainism and was trying to cheat her. So do not cheat. Let's not do that. Actually, let's not do that. The reason is, if you remember, you learned in Pachis Bowl, the first one, there are 4 gatis. Anybody can name the gatis?
I can.
Go ahead.
Manushya Gati, Dev Gati, Deyansh Gati, and Narak Gati.
Gati, right. Among these, 2 we should definitely avoid all the time, which is Narakati and Tiryansh. Manish and Devgati are okay, but our goal is always towards anybody else? Towards anybody else other than
Dev
Arshil?
Gati.
No. Shreya, our goal is always towards getting to
Moksha.
excellent. Devgati is a lot of happiness, but that's not permanent actually. Devgati, the gods in the Devgati, do you know what do they aim for? Can anybody say?
Yeah, I know.
What is it?
Moksha.
Yeah, they aim for moksha, but they aim for to come back as a human being, because only through being a human being you can go to moksha. Actually,
Our teacher in JV said that in Devgati you get to stay there. Minimum is
10,000 years. Absolutely
and you can
correct,
go
Arshil.
more than that too.
Minimum 10,000 and maximum is?
Maximum, I don't know.
32 Sagarop.
Absolutely. Was that Veer who answered it?
Yeah.
Veer. Good job, buddy. 33 Sagaropam. Yes, absolutely right. That means millions of years, actually. Okay. All right. Let's go further because we have one more story to read and I have another 30 minutes if I'm right. So cheating leads to Tiryansh Gati, plants and animals. Actually, remember, plants and animals especially, what do they excuse me, struggle and suffer? They wanted always struggling for food. Actually, they're hungry all the time because they can't get the food, right? Anyway, so that's why we should not cheat, right? Always follow the Jain principles. Remember, I'm wanting to say this again and again. Naukar mantra, beautiful thing what we have got. Don't react to a tough situation, all right? People will respect you, Harshil, Shreya, Veer, Adil, whoever is there. People will respect you and follow your lead, right? Our aim is to get to moksha like Sati Shubadra. Let's move to another story. You like the story?
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Another 6-7 slides. Sit tight and we'll talk more, okay? Let me see. Somebody's asking me chat. 30 minutes. Last 5 to 10 we can use for Q&A. Excellent. Thank you. Bye. I got it. Okay. Very good. Let's move to Sati Shiva, right? This is a really quick one. Let's do what Shiva did it. Do you know why I chose Sati to discuss with you all? I had a lot of big topics and stuff like that. Remember, this camp is all about, all your organizers, Dharmendra Bhai, a lot of organizers are men. But who is doing all the big spiritual talks? Samnijis. We have 16 Samnijis there, powerful. So I said, let's choose 2 women, powerful like Samnijis, like Sati Shiva. That's why I chose a couple of Sati to discuss with you all. Let's move to Sati Shiva, right? Shiva was daughter of King Chetak, of Vaishali. She was very kind-hearted like Shreya, right? Is that right, Shreya? All right, good. Kind-hearted, generous, and wished well for all. Everybody should be fine. Everybody should do well. Even our enemies should do well. No enemies, actually. We are friendly to everybody, right? She was follower of Lord Mahavir, like you all follower, right? She followed all moral and religious values, and she got married with a good-looking king called Chandra Pradyut of Ujjain in India. These are all in India. The king had a minister called Bhudev. He was a very smart scholar, very close to king, but he was very shrewd politician, but his character was not good. King does not know that. He trusted him because of his smartness. Bhudev enjoyed the friendship of the king's trust and friendship, and Queen Shiva respected him and treated him like a brother. Bhudev, the minister, had a bad intention and wanted to marry the queen. That's not good intention. Queen Shiva was woman of pure heart. She was faithful to her king. She was faithful to religion of Jainism. She was not aware of Bhudev's intentions. Bhudev took the advantage of king's friendship. Bhudev expressed his feeling through a maid who was serving Queen Shiva. Queen Shiva got upset and angry with Bhudev. And Bhudev felt insulted and did something wrong. He wanted to wait for a revenge. One time, king had to go out of the town to visit other kings. Bhudev went to the palace. He conveyed his feelings to the queen. She tried to explain him, this is not right. This is absolutely wrong. We should be faithful to our partners and family and religion. Bhudev does not want to accept that. He got very upset and angry. Then the queen got very upset and angry. Then he started shivering. He thought queen is going to hurt him. And then he went home, became really sick. King came back to the town and found Bhudev was sick. But the Queen Shiva did not tell him, no, because king will hurt him or kill him. Queen thought Bhudev realized his mistakes. She gave an opportunity to him. King and queen went to visit his minister Bhudev. He got really scared. He thought, queen told everything to the king and king is going to kill him. But king, was very nice and asked Bhudev to come and stay in the palace so that he can get the help of the doctors or, other people to make him better. He got the best care. He got the help from the queen as well, and he got recovered. Bhudev felt so bad. He said, our queen is so pure, so truthful. And he fell on her feet and asked for forgiveness. She said, everyone make mistakes. We all do make mistakes. You make mistakes, I make mistakes. The person who realizes and changes is a wise person. Like we all are wise. We want to be wise. She forgave him and he went home happily. There was a problem. There was a huge fire that was engulfing the same town, hurting a lot of living beings. Nobody could stop the fire. Remember, we have fire engine right now, all those things. We don't have those things at the time. They can just take some water and put the water on the fire, but that was not enough. It was a huge fire. You remember there was a big fire during, there is a story of Megh Kumar, big fire. What was Megh Kumar at the time?
Oh, I know the story of that.
What was Megh Kumar at the time?
Megh Kumar was an elephant?
Absolutely correct. Let's not go detail the story. Huge fire there. That's why I feel bad whenever I hear a fire. Remember a year ago, Australia had a big fire. Do you know how many animals died? They're saying 500 million animals died. You saw the crocodile and all burnt and stuff like that. At that time, when you hear these bad things, what we can do, we can pray Naukar mantra from here. And we can send our Naukar mantra to our feelings so that things get better, right? So same thing, huge fire was engulfing the town and they don't know what to do. A divine voice came again. It said, if there is any Sati, truthful person, sprinkle the water on the fire, it will stop. Excuse me. Sati Shiva took the water and prayed Lord and said, if I'm a person of pure soul and body, excuse me, please accept this water and calm the fire. She sprinkled the water in all directions and the fire got subsided. People who saw this were shocked and bowed down to Sati Shiva. And one day, Bhagwan Mahavir came to her town. As soon as she saw Bhagwan Mahavir, she said, I'm giving up all this queen, luxuries, palace, all this jewelry, etc. She became a monk and Sadhviji under Lord Mahavir and became her disciple, right? She performed her duties of Sadhviji so well, and she went to moksha in the same birth. Okay. Now, I want to hear from other people. Let me just see who else is here. There are several participants. Arav, Arush, Arna, Harshil, I talked to you. Veer Gandhi, I want you to tell me some moral of the story, of this story, and tell me what do you think. Unmute
Okay, so the
yourself.
moral of the story is you should be
1 second.
you should be
Only one person.
nice to everyone because Shiva, Sati Shiva
Yes.
was nice to Bhudev, and
Yes.
then he become then he realized his mistake, and then
Yes.
he started, and then he asked for forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Yes. Is that Veer who answered this?
Yes,
Veer, where are you from?
of Orlando.
Orlando. Excellent, Veer. Sati, you have to be nice and then forgiveness. Okay. I will come to you, Arshil, in a minute. I want to just give an opportunity to others, buddy. I'll come to you. Anybody else? Arav and Arush. What do you think?
You have to be kind to everyone.
Yes. Kind to everyone. I like that part. Kind.
You should be
Very
equal
nice.
to everyone.
Okay. What did you say? So repeat that again.
You should be equal with everyone.
Equal to everyone. Kindness, equal. Excellent. Very good answers. What is your brother is there with the what is the fluorescent shirt? Hey, buddy, come over. Say something. Thank you.
You should treat people well.
Well, yes, that's absolutely correct. Do you do that to your brother? Is that your brother next to you?
Yeah.
Do you treat him well? You
Yeah.
do? Yes. Very good. Excellent. Next year, if I come to the conference, I want to say hello to you both. Okay. You'll come to the JVB,
Okay.
sorry, camp next year. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Shreya, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Thank you, Arav and Arush. Shreya, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Go ahead, dear.
So, you should ask for forgiveness if you understand that you did a mistake. And then if somebody asks you for forgiveness, always forgive them because they realize their mistake and they're trying to get better.
Shreya, absolutely great answer. You read my slide already. I didn't show you, but you read it, this thing. Very good. Excellent. I really like the answer. Arav, let me write down Arav and Arush. 1 second, Shreya. Arav Arush is also on Orlando. Shreya Sancheti. Okay. All right. Harshil. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think that the moral of the story is that even though if like people have bad intentions or they have bad intentions like Buddha, you should treat them kindly, and you should always not, like, if somebody treats you bad, you should not behave bad with them, and you should always forgive everybody even when they figured out their mistake. And even though if you make a mistake, you should always take the fault in yourself, and you should realize the mistake.
Perfect. Very good, man. Excellent. Let's look at what I wrote down. You all wanting to know that, right? What I wrote down there, right? Let's see. Arav and Arush, still pay attention. Okay. Are you still paying attention, Arav? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Good. Very good. You don't have to mute, buddy. Unmute, buddy. Just pay attention. Let's see what do we learn from Sati Shiva, right? Moral of the story. Be truthful to yourself, your family, and partner. That somebody said, you have to be nice, kind-hearted. Absolutely right. Remember, here Bhudev wants to take revenge, right? he was waiting for an opportunity. We should not do that, actually. Even you will come across your friends in your class and stuff like that did something bad to you. You know what you do it in your mind? You say, I'm going to let that go. I forgive him. Shreya said it so well. Forgive them and ask for forgiveness. Really, really very nice information, actually. But we had to practice that as much as possible, actually, right? I get upset too with my family, my wife, and stuff like that. But end of the day, when I say that, right, I'm sorry for being yelling at or got angry, forgive me. And she says, every time you ask me for forgiveness and you do it again, I said, I will not try to do it again. It's hard to change sometimes, but I'm working on it. We all have to work on that, right? Shreya, you laughed at what I said, right? Shreya laughed at it. Okay. Understand the truth of power is within ourselves. That's the moral of our talk and our camp. The truth of power, because we can forgive, we can be a good person, right? Upon a sachame sajja, seek the truth within, right? Now I'm going to conclude this here.
Wait,
I'm going
there's
to
a mantra which
yes
like before you should sleep you just say it so like if you're like mean to any or like you stepped on a bug by accident or
yes
anything,
sir
there's this mantra called I forgot the name, but I think I know the mantra.
Is it Kamemi
Mantra.
Savajive?
Yeah, come on,
yes. Can you
and
say
then
that? Veer, can you say
okay.
that mantra? Thank you, Arshil. I'll come back to you. Can you say that
Okay.
mantra, please?
Okay. Kamemi Savajive Savajiva Kamantume Mitti Me Savabuvesu Veramajana Kenayi.
Very good, man. Very good. Excellent. You said it very well.
And there was another thing I was gonna say. At the end of the day, you should like go to everybody and then say Michami Jagaram. So all
Yes.
your thoughts
Yes.
gone.
Yes. Yes. Harshil, I'll follow with you next year. I really liked what you said. I liked Shreya's discussion, Arav and Arush participation, Veer. You know what? Don't say this to anybody. To all five of you, I'm going to send you some small gift. I will try to do that before the next camp. Okay. Now,
Like
Harshil.
how?
Yeah, I will have to figure out how, but I'll get you. I know where you are, Houston. I know, Miss Dimple. Miss Dimple, right? I teach Pathshala in Houston.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
You
So
know
next
that.
year I'm gonna be in your class too.
Okay, very good, actually, good. And I'm doing the class in 15-20 minutes to them, actually. 1 hour of class them. Okay. Harshil, do you know, Veer said that, Kamemi Sabve Jive. Do you know meaning of that, Harshil? Anybody can say? Harshil, I'll let you do the first.
I think it means so if I have done anything bad to the G's
Yes,
or
sir.
all the G's, 5 cents, 4 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents, and 1 cent, then I say, Michami Dakaran, please forgive me for everything I've done.
Right, that's right. And then in all, it also says that I am friendly with all.
And
I have no enemies.
yeah.
Right? Okay. What I want to say, you said, you're right, actually. Kamemi sabve jiva kamtume. When you step on a bug, right? What else? This is very important, very good topic, what you said, right? Recently, I stepped on a cockroach because it was dark. That's why I don't like to go out in the dark. I tell my kids, please don't ask me to drive in the dark because we kill a lot of living beings, especially in the rainy season. A lot of worms. You have seen worms down there, right? In the water, in the rainy season, in the driveway and stuff like that. Have you seen worms? So we kill unnecessarily all these things, right? I don't like to drive evening after sunset. I try to minimize unless I have to go to the hospital for emergencies or I have to do something, then I have to go. Otherwise, I try not to do that. I stepped on a cockroach because it was dark. And as soon as I put my feet in, it crushed. I felt so bad. I literally cried. This happened 2-3 months ago. One, I did Naukar mantra. Remember, along with that Kamemi, most important, before that Kamemi, I would say, do Naukar mantra. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Yeah, I know. But every time, whenever we see or if we see like a dead animal or anything, even though we didn't do it, we say Naukar mantra so that in like his next life or he gets a very good life.
Okay. Now, one bonus question for a bonus prize. Shreya, go ahead.
Okay, so I was gonna say the first line is Kamimi Savve Jiva. So Kamimi means like Kamat Kamna to all living beings, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yes. Remember also, Shreya, since you brought that, I will come to my question, which is a bonus question. Get ready, Arav and Arush. You got to hear the bonus question in a minute and be ready to unmute. So let me tell you, Kamimi Savajive, Shreya, you said that right. I am doing some classes with some folks in India. I'm learning. Um, you know, you say the Kamimi Savajive, let me ask forgiveness from other Jeev, right? Remember, it is not just the mistakes what we did in this birth. Remember, our soul is being born again and again. So there are so many living beings, Harshal, you, Shreya, all those living beings. I might have hurt any of these living beings, not only this birth, in my previous birth, excuse me, previous birth too. So I'm asking forgiveness, whatever I did mistakes, even in my previous birth, right? So question for you for a bonus prize is this thing. Remember, I told you I stepped on this thing, cockroach, or you said, you stepped on a bug and this thing like that, right? In the history, there were, you said, if you do the Naukar mantra of a dying animal or dying, whatever it is, dying insect or bug or whatever it is, they go to the next birth, they go into a good and peaceful place or a good place. Based on the history, whatever you learned about Tirthankara and stuff like that, do you know one of the Tirthankara chanted Naukar mantra to some kind of living being, animal, or whatever you insect?
Oh, I know.
I know.
Parshvanath said it to the snake in the fire.
Veer, who is that? Veer?
Yeah, it's Veer.
Veer, you get a prize. Arshil, don't worry. I'm going to ask you a few more questions. We have 10 more minutes. You have 14 minutes. You have an opportunity. Veer, excellent man. Okay. The next question is, Veer, you have a prize. So you have two prizes. I'm going to ask the people who did not answer this time or who know the answer but couldn't get an opportunity. Do you remember Parshanath Bhagwan did that, right? Okay, two questions there here. Okay, I'll give opportunity to everybody. Who was the person who was burning that log? What was his name? Arush. Remember the person
it was Parshanath's brother.
Can I
brother
say
from
the,
previous birth.
Can I see the name if no one knows it?
I'll give you an opportunity in 10 seconds. I'll come to you.
Okay.
Arav, Arush, Shreya, and Harshil. Anybody wants to give an opportunity? Go ahead, Arav. Yes, you're unmuting it.
I don't really know.
That's okay. You tried. Go ahead, Veer. Veer. Come on, Veer. You're getting a lot of prize, buddy, today. Come on, right? But one more thing. This is a big bonus. Where is Harshil? Are you hearing to me? Is he listening? Remember Bhagwan Parshanath and Kamat, and there were two snakes, right? Bhagwan Parshanath said Naukar mantra, but he didn't say full Naukar mantra, I heard. What? Harshil, are you ready? Are you ready, sir? Harshil? Let me repeat the question. Let me repeat the question, right? Bhagwan Parshanath said Naukar mantra to the two snakes which were dying, right? There are two questions here, okay? Pay attention to that. Arav and Arush, I think you know the answer too. So pay attention. Veer, good job so far. So Bhagwan Parshanath said Naukar mantra, right? He didn't say the whole Naukar mantra. What did he say to the snakes?
If no one knows it, I can say it.
Veer, you know the story. Someone helping you? Go ahead, Arshal.
He said Miss Jami took it up?
No, I haven't learned.
No.
I've
Anybody?
Heard it
Okay, let me ask you. No, hold on, Veer. Let me ask you guys. Naukar mantra can be said in a short form with 5 letters. That's the clue. 5 letters, you can say the whole 5 Naukar mantra. Even those 5 letters are powerful.
I think I know.
Go ahead.
The A in Arihant,
Yes.
Arihant, the S in Sadhu,
Siddha.
and then the A in, and the U in Upadhyayas, and then the...
You have to say in Hindi word. I would not accept as an English word for these letters. Go ahead, Ashia. You know the answer.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But so...
Try it in English. Hindi, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes Namo Arihantanam, so A of Arihantanam.
Okay.
Namo
Okay,
Siddhanam, so S of Siddhanam.
Okay.
Ayaryanam, A.
Okay.
Uvajjayanam, I think is U.
Okay.
And then Eso Panchnamukaro.
No. Loye Savasavanam. Namo Loye
Yeah.
Savasavanam.
Yeah, so that would be N or L.
Okay. So now, since you tried an attempt in English, I want you to convert into Hindi and tell me those 5 letters.
Can I say it?
Okay. Veer, I think you should get that opportunity, buddy. Okay, go ahead, Veer. Tell me the answer.
Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajayanam, Namo Loyatavasavanam. They don't say Namo Arihantanam because they're Arihant themselves.
Okay. No. The answer is, I told you, Naukar Mantra, the Bhagwan Parshanath said it in a simple way. That's what I remember. Anyway, even if it is not true, but at least you can tell me, how can you say it faster way? There are 5 letters. I'm going to give you an opportunity, Shreya. You said it in English. We're going to convert that in Hindi. Okay. Namo Arihantanam. What is the first letter of the Arihantanam in Hindi? Right. Namo Siddhanam. What is the first letter of that Siddhanam?
Sa.
C. Siddhanam. C.
C.
Right.
Okay.
So far we have a C. Namo Ayariyanam. So what do you have the first letter?
A.
With another line. This is not a. So we have 3 letters. Ariyantanam, A, C, A. Namo Uvajjayanam. What do you have first letter?
U.
Namo Loye Savvasahunam. What do you have? Savvasahunam. Sa.
Sa.
Sahunam. Sa. So what are these 5 letters?
Asiausa.
Excellent. Harshal.
And Shreya,
I'm going to give both. I'm going to give you credit to both of you. Don't worry.
He says that in the 9 o'clock one.
This thing, right? Asiausa. Repeat that. Asiausa. Right. Even you say one time, that's okay. But we always say Namo Arihantan. That's why I played it in the beginning. Namo Arihantan. I bow down to that feeling you have to have. You cannot just look around and say Namo Arihantan, Namo Siddhan. That's not our intention. Our intention is bowing down. Veer, I finally get to see you, buddy. Smart Veer. I like the word Veer. Excellent. Good job, buddy. Sure. Now, any questions, kids? I want to hear from you. But remember, I will send the prize to your center. Give me a month's time.
2 more questions? We have
2 more questions. Okay. Let me see from today's talk. I am going to have it in my mind. What one thing you're going to
ask like something about like Bhagwan Maharaj story or like.
Okay, you want to hear like that? Okay, I will do that. Just give me 1 second. Can I ask about other Tirthankara?
Yeah, you can ask any.
Can you ask about Shantinath?
Shantinath, I don't know much, Veer. Shantinath, I'm sorry. Okay, I know something about Shantinath, I can tell you. Okay. What happened when Shantinath was about to be born from the womb? What happened in the town? What problem they had?
There was a virus type of thing.
Oh my God, Veer. You're going to make me bankrupt by answering all those questions.
How many prizes does he have?
Oh my God, 3 or 4. I'm going to increase the number now. Okay, let me ask you one question. Remember Bhagwan Mahavir Swami and Rishabdev, right? First and last Tirthankara, right? When Bhagwan Rishabdev was there, Bharat Chakravarti, his son, asked Rishabdev, do you know anybody here who is going to be the Tirthankara? What did Rishabh Bhagwan answer?
Me. You? Me? No, you. You.
You know, anybody who's going to be Tirthankara in future? Who is sitting here? Excuse me. Anybody, anybody answer?
I think he said
you. Third bow. I forgot the name, but.
Yes, Veer, you're closer.
Mars what?
There was somebody in that, not in that cabinet, not in that Samvasaran, outside that town, there was a person. Bhagwan Rishabdev said, Bharat, this person is going to be the 24th Tirthankara in future. Okay. Who was that person?
Mahavir.
Yeah, it was Marvin Bhagan's third bow, but I
Third
don't
bow,
know the
yes.
name.
He was his Mahavir Bhagwan's previous birth. Harshia, go ahead.
And
Was it like the name starts with an M?
Yes, you're absolutely right. Closer. You're very close.
Oh, somebody said a story about this too. He looks like he was a man.
Yeah, he was a man putting perfume and umbrella.
yeah, and then
Was carrying an
he
umbrella.
had an
Marichi.
umbrella. He had
Marichi,
a
Shreya, you got it.
Yes,
Marichi,
Marichi,
correct answer. Marichi.
Oh no! Okay.
Shreya gets a point. Marichi, right? So
Good job.
Bhagwan Rishabdev says, he's going to be there. So one more question, important thing, we should not deviate from our topic. One moral of today's both the talks, one information you're going to take and practice. Let me see who can answer what I'm thinking in my mind.
I have one.
Good, everybody, go ahead. I'm going to give
I
you.
will forgive everyone.
Yes.
I have one thing I'll always do is whenever somebody deceives me, tricks me, or tries to take away my faith and change it to other things, always will be strong in my faith and will be strong in my religion.
Very good, excellent. I like good answer. I'll give you full credit. I want to have two more answers in my mind. Shreya, go ahead. I'm then going to give the answer opportunity to Arav and Veer.
So basically, basing off of what Harshil said, just in two simple words, it'd be forgiveness and kindness.
Kindness, very good, excellent. Anything else? I'm thinking something in my mind.
Kindness as well.
Kindness, very good, Arav. Anybody else? Veer?
I said forgiveness.
Forgiveness, very good. Kindness, very good, excellent. Remember, you all chant this thing every day. What is it?
Navkar Mahamantra.
Navkar Mahamantra. That is true. Very nice.
What about Pash Parmestis? They come inside Navkar Mantra.
That's right. Panch Parameshti. Yeah, that's right. We are the Navkar Mantra is nothing but Panch Parameshti. We are saluting Panch Parameshti.
Yeah, I say that every day.
Right. Very good. Excellent. Anytime you come across in your exam, you're sitting for an exam, please say one time, few times in your car, chant Navkar Mantra always but you should not be imagining something else. When you do Navkar Mantra, you imagine Tirthankar sitting in front of you. You're imagining that Siddha Loka, Siddha Bhagwan there giving blessings to you. You are paying your respect to them. All those things. We have 3 more minutes. I'm going to let you talk.
Could you for a bonus question?
Bonus question, yes, sir.
Can somebody recite the Panch Parameshti?
Panch Parameshti. Go ahead.
Can I say it? Shri Nami Samvasam Suri Dhamma Santi Agram Ananta Sur Naminat Sujan Sujan Chikaran Ajitanath Chanda Prodhi Adi Sarsu Paswar Gambir Brahmanath Rama Jagavan Shri Jamanchikar Kauryan Moinath Mangalu Panchadisha Sundar Swarp Shirnath Namo Vardaman Shri Jamanchikar Kauryan Samati Padma Prabhuata Swasta Pujasista Shayan Skanta Pasya Vinam Bhan Shri Jamanchikar Kauryan in Parashija Sambar the Kadar Rigdian in Parashija Sambar the Kadar Nivaya Pati Se Pesa Praman Shri Jamanchikar Kauryan in Bhanta the Kanar Tara Jonijapasa Rakesa Dhaya Panchtan Shri Jamanchikar Kauryan Shri Jaman Name Wanchit Mana Wanchit Asa for Dharmasena Namajan Shri Jamanchikar Kauryan.
Very good. Excellent, man. That's Paisani Chanda. Very good. Do you all know Logasa too? Logasa? I'm sure.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. No, I know. Veer, that's okay. I have only 1 minute. One question I'll ask you and we'll stop. I'll send you a gift card or something like that to please wait for some time. One question I'll ask you on, remember Navkar Mantra is, you're going to take home Navkar Mantra more and more, chant more and more, okay?
Okay.
When we do the spiritual trip every year, our Gurudev even said to my son, Divesh, do 21 Navkar Mantra morning before breakfast. We try to do that every day with these guys as much as possible. Okay. So last question, I want to do that. In Logasa, immediately you said, I all know the Logasa, right? Let me ask you this one question, simple one. How many Tirthankar name is there in Logasa?
24.
What about Harshal?
24, I said 24.
What about Shreya?
You're muted.
All the Tirthankars.
Please say an answer, Shreya. You know how many Tirthankars?
All the Tirthankars, yeah.
How
24.
many name? I'm just saying name. Shreya, you know how many
24.
people?
What do you, you can
Harshil,
talk
you
about
answered.
like,
1 second. Harshil and Veer, quiet please. You answered already. Shreya, please. Arav and Arush, how many Tirthankaras name is there in Logas, sir?
Is it all 24?
Okay, I'm not going to say the answer. Go ahead, Arav. Arav or Arush?
24.
Okay, everybody said 24. Answer is not 24. You're going to do the homework. Remember, I said how many names. I'm not saying how many Tirthankaras, right? How many names. You'll do this homework. You get back to me through your parents or tell me next year when I meet you or somewhere and see what you can come up with the answer. Thank you. Oh, Maraham, my time is done. 11:30. I'm going to stop
okay,
here. I really
thank you.
enjoyed talking to you and meet you again soon for
Thank you.
spirituality. Thank you.
Bye. See you in
Bye.
JVB.
See you. Thank
Bye.
you.
See
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
Sunilji, thank you so much. And kids, you participated very well. I
Thank you,
think it
Dharmendra.
was
Thank you.
very informative. Even I learned
Thank
a lot.
you.
Thank
So
you.
I
Thank
think
you,
kids,
Uncle.
you are all amazing. You are really very
Absolutely
amazing.
phenomenal. Thank you.
And thanks to our JVB Center who are preaching all these values and all this Jainism. So, Sunilji, please keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
And it
Thank you.
was nice to see you again.
How
Thank you very much.
many,
Um,
how many prizes did I get?
I will send you the list, buddy. We'll catch up again.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll reach out.
All
yeah.
right.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone. Have a wonderful day, rest of your day.
Thank you.
Enjoy
It
the
was
evening
very
program.
Thank you.
fun.
Really enjoyed the session.
Thank
Yeah, it
you.
was
Thank you,
very
both of
fun.
you. Thank you all.
Everyone,
Arav,
please
Arush.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shreya.
all of
Ask your.
all of
Ask
you,
your.
please join this evening for a cultural program.
All
We
right.
will be
Good.
doing something
Bye.
special.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Goodbye. Arush.